When it comes to personal financing and personal budgeting, the most important piece of expense is your shelter cost. And according to some financial experts, the rule of thumb is that your shelter cost, either your rent or your mortgage payments, has to be under 30% of your disposable income. If you're paying more than 30% towards your shelter cost, i.e. rent or mortgage, that means you're not managing your money properly. Okay. And I know that, living in expensive cities like Toronto and Vancouver, it's very difficult to find a place to rent or buy on mortgage and keep your shelter cost under 30%. It's very difficult, but it's not impossible either, because I have taken this journey for myself. I used to live in GTA, Milton, one of the expensive cities in Toronto, and very nice neighborhood as well. But I was working from home for almost 10 years, and I realized myself I'm paying more than 50% of my disposable income towards the mortgage. And this is just mortgage. I have to pay property taxes, maintenance, other utility bills. So my overall cost to kind of sustain the house just to live in Milton was more than 50% of my disposable income. And I realized I have this mortgage which is going to carry forward up until like 25 to 30 years of my life. So I'm mortgaging my life, my entire life, just to sustain this property so that I can live in Milton or GTA. Then I questioned myself, do I need to be in GTA? If I work from home, or even if I'm going to the office twice a week or 3 days a week, do I need to stay in Milton? So I decided I don't want to be a mortgage slave anymore. I sold my property in Milton. I moved out of the Milton, a small town called Paris, Ontario, not Paris, France, Paris, Ontario, in the Brant region. I bought a property $300,000 less. So my mortgage cost came down to, let's say, $1,100 a month. Now it's way under my 30% threshold when it comes to shelter cost as a percentage of your disposable income. So if I can do it, you can do that as well. I know that it doesn't apply upon everybody, because your situation might be different because you have to commute to Toronto or any other GTA locations every day. Now it's difficult to travel and commute every day. I get it. But if you are commuting only twice a week or 3 days a week and you're working 2 days from home, you can do that. Imagine if you don't have the liability of, let's say, $500,000 mortgage upon you, and you don't have to pay for the rest of your life, and instead you just pay $1,000 a month because you're reducing your mortgage by moving out of GTA. How much mental relief it's going to give you? Okay, think about yourself. Imagine the scenario. If that is going to give you a huge mental relief, you should consider that. Okay, and I know that this is not easy decision. I got a lot of pushback from my wife and my kids as well, that we don't want to move out of Milton. But I decided for my own financial future and their financial future that, hey, if we do that, we will be saving a lot of money that we are wasting on mortgage. Then we can spend that money on our child's education or their future education, our retirement planning, whatnot. So that is the journey that I took, and I know that you can take that as well. So if you are paying more than 30% of your disposable income towards your housing, it's not properly managed. Okay, let me know if you need help. I'm a realtor myself. I work with a team, and I can help you to make that transition. Sorry for the interruption, guys. Just wanted to let you know that we have a team of realtors which is covering the entire GTA as well as some outside areas as well, like Brant region where I am based off, and I help out the clients in this region as well. So if you have any needs with regards to real estate transactions, buying, selling, investing, renting, let me know. There's a link down there where you can book a one-to-one consulting call with me, and we will be more than happy to help you out. Let's get back to the video. According to BMO, 3 things has to happen in order to bring the housing under affordability range. Number 1, the house price has to come down. Okay, they predict that house price has to come down 15% in order to be in affordable range. I think it has to be around 20%. It has to come down 20% across the country on average. Then we can say yes, it is becoming affordable. According to BMO, the percentage of the household income or disposable income that is going towards mortgage payment, it's around 50% nationally. That's outrageous, guys. Outrageous. What did I say? The rule of thumb was 30%. If it's 50% nationally, it's outrageous. And everyone has to think about this, because this is not going to change overnight. It's a long-term commitment that you have to make to yourself. Do you want to be a mortgage slave for the rest of your life and paying 50% of your disposable income towards mortgage? Or you want to live a life where you can have some extra cushion in terms of your spending that you can spend elsewhere? Okay, so according to BMO, 3 things has to happen. The house price has to come down. They think 15%. I think it has to be 20% minimum. Or your income has to go up by 25%. Okay, and we're talking about national income. Okay, that has to go up by 25%. Our incomes in Canada has been stagnant. You can Google. There's lots of stats and study to support that claim that our incomes are not growing. And if we adjust the income, with inflation, it's even going down. Okay, if we adjust with inflation. Number 3 is the interest rate has to come down drastically, like something like 3%. So Bank of Canada is talking about the interest rate has to be between 4.5 and 5%. But in order to bring the house price under the affordable range, it has to come down to 3%. Okay, otherwise there is no chance of housing to be affordable. All of these things that you hear in the media or from politicians' mouth, it's all kabuki theater. The housing prices cannot be made affordable unless we go through these 3 things. I totally agree with BMO on this. Your house price has to come down, your interest rate has to come down, or your income has to go up significantly. And nobody wants house price to go down. Okay, you heard from Prime Minister Justin Trudeau that we don't want the house price to decline because it's going to screw the boomers' retirement plan, because pretty much all of the boomers in Canada have their net worth stored in their real estate, in their primary house. So if that goes down, then it's going to screw up the boomers' retirement plan. So nobody wants that. The policymaker doesn't want that. The politician doesn't want that. The banks doesn't want that. So scrap that option, right? It's not going to happen unless we see a massive recession where people just cannot pay their mortgages. So far, people have been coping well. Okay, we haven't seen major defaults on the residential mortgage side as of yet. Yes, on the commercial real estate, we're seeing massive issues, but on the residential real estate, we are not seeing cracks as of yet. Yes, on the investment property, people are kind of getting them offloaded, but on the primary residence, I think people are coping well, to be honest. Anyway, so if you need any help with regards to real estate, reach out to me. There's an email address in my link. Let me know if I can help. Because I have done that journey myself. I know, it's not easy, it's difficult, but you can do that. You can bring your shelter cost under 30% of your disposable income. And that money that you can save, you can spend on your retirement, you can spend on your kids' future education, or do anything about that. You can buy other, investment assets as well. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.